I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire for the week of November 3rd to November 9th.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.
World burns.
I woke up like a feral animal today. I was like,
reverted to your roots. You're a feral squirrel.
I am. I feel like a feral animal today. Don't forget to do my favorite thing. Touch my bells and buttons. And don't forget to leave nice glowing comments. And make sure you tell your friends about us.
Troll in Chief. The MAGA Boy MAGA Challenge. So the MAGA Challenge was created by Bryson Gray for others to add their own rap music to his track and quote unquote make liberals cry.
Why do they want to make all the libs cry?
Because apparently it's so easy to do.
Well, it is easy to do.
So I think they get off
They're
on it.
snowflakes.
People in point of personal privilege who are like, please stop squeaking your chairs.
Please stop clapping. I'm just going to be feral this whole episode.
Oh, boy.
Feral Bridget's in the house.
When is Feral Bridget not in the house?
Okay, fair enough.
So then for the MAGA Challenge, Trump tweeted, I will be announcing the winners of the MAGA Challenge and inviting them to the White House to meet with me and perform. Good luck.
Do you think our founders ever had any idea this is what the president of the United States would be doing with his time? Don't you have a country to be running?
Seriously.
You know how I'm always screaming, doesn't anyone have a job? That means you, Trump. Don't you have some to be taken care of other than turning this entire country into a reality show?
No, because that's what he's good at.
Who's going to win the MAGA challenge? I need to know. Should I submit? I feel like we need to make a MAGA challenge video.
I bought the biggest MAGA hat, I did it just to flex. Wear it every day just to make them boys upset.
Thank you, Trump, for turning this into a dump.
You should do a montage of you
While
coming
you
up
sit and tweet and you take a dump
on your golden
on
toilet.
your golden
Your
toilet
golden throne.
and convince the plebes you're one of them, those rubes who fall for you con men. All right, I have some lyrics.
Is your rap name Feral Bridget?
Yeah. Totally.
Phetasy
Nice.
presents
Feral
Bridget.
Phetasy. And then also in Troll in Chief,
He was busy this week.
Trump and
Trolling
Mark,
everyone.
Yeah, well, Trump and Mark Burnett have been talking about post-White House shows. Among the ideas, The Apprentice White House.
I thought that's what we were watching. I thought that's what we've been doing since 2016. He's just been firing people.
You're fired.
And they've all been going to jail.
Yeah.
Didn't see that in The
The
Apprentice.
stakes have been upped
Yeah.
in this season.
This season, you might end up in prison if you get fired by Trump. We don't. What is he? How is he going to do this post White House? This just adds the idea that he's never leaving the White House.
No, it's true.
Sam was saying last night she thinks he's building a replica White House.
Yes, I would not be surprised by that.
He's just going to use the West Wing set.
Yeah. No, it's going to be just the South Lawn. It'll just be him in front of a helicopter.
Right. Because the
Firing
work
people.
gets done in the West Wing. We know he's not hanging out there a lot.
You're fired.
Sprained My Eyes. Emma Watson is not single. She's self-partnered. I never believed the whole I'm happy single spiel, she continued. I was like, this is totally a spiel. It took me a long time, but I'm very happy. I call it being self-partnered.
You know what else is a spiel, Emma Watson? Telling yourself you're not single and you're self-partnered when you turn 30. We've all been there. It's okay. It's okay. You go through it. You get through it. She's like Gwyneth 2.0.
I know.
I want to know what couples therapy looks like when you're self-partnered.
I know. Will she consciously uncouple with
Yeah.
herself if she ever breaks up with
It
him?
gets really weird. Yeah, and you go in and you're like, with a couples therapist, do you do you have to go to a couples therapist? And then you sit down and you're like, I'm self-partnered. We're having some issues.
And
I feel like I'm really not being heard in the relationship.
And the therapist is like, I think you need a different kind of therapy. I don't think I can help
You get
you.
diagnosed as schizophrenic. This is a semantic argument, Emma. I just have to tell you you're single and just own it. All the self-partner ladies, all the self-partner ladies, all the self-partner ladies, put your hands up, put your hands.
Oh, boy.
God, that was one of the greatest Saturday Night Lives ever.
It really was. It really,
The
really
Justin
was.
Timberlake,
Yeah.
I feel like they represent self-partnered single ladies the best.
Proof that we're living in a simulation. Adobe's About Face AI can identify if a photo was altered.
Oh, God.
A heat map shows what pixels were changed, but unfortunately it only works on pixels changed with Photoshop.
Okay, yeah. Why would we trust the people who make the fake photos to tell us that the photos are fake?
So this is using machine learning to try to undo the corruptions that I just added.
I also love the idea that this is like a striking blow to the Instagram influencers, celebrities who claim they hate being photoshopped, and 4chan. All these celebrities, too, that claim they hate being photoshopped.
I know.
I hate these people.
I know.
How dare they
It's like
just go out there and tell us normals, average-looking people that we can't get photoshopped?
there was a list of celebrities last night. We were looking at it, and it's like Giselle, Brad Pitt. They all hate being photoshopped.
Of course you do. This is hot
You won the
privilege.
genetic lottery, you bastards.
How dare you tell us we can't use photo? Oh, really, Brad Pitt? You hate using Photoshop? Well, you. And you too, Giselle. It's such hot privilege, and nobody calls them on it. I'm calling celebrities who don't like being Photoshopped out right now. This is the hill I will die on. You don't get to take that from us, normals. You, with your pretty cheekbones and your perfect eyes.
Your perfectly spaced eyes.
Imagine what Kim Kardashian looks like. It's going to be funny when they show just like run a Kim Kardashian picture through anti-Photoshop filter, and then it's like just a hideous creature. You're like, whoa, holy. I always had a feeling that's what she looked like on the inside, but it's actually what she looks like.
Footage of MIT's Mini Cheetahs cavorting, frolicking, backflipping, playing soccer, and generally acting fun and cute, courtesy of the Biometric Robotics Lab.
Oh, I know. They make them adorable so that it's like, look at how adorable these little robots are. They couldn't possibly hurt anybody. They're going to have lasers on them, and they're going to be hurting the olds and the poors.
And the non-photoshopped.
And the non-photoshopped average-looking humans.
It's even more terrifying that they're trying to make them cute. There's nothing more terrifying
Trojan
than
horse
a cute thing
with
that you
little-
know can kill you.
Yeah, it's a Trojan horse filled with murderous, tiny, adorable squirrel-like robots. They're feral robots. Soon they will be. They're going to break free of our control.
Canceled.
Canceled!
Dean Martin's daughter slams John Legend's Baby It's Cold Outside rewrite.
They fucking wokeified it.
Ugh.
Read the lyrics.
Kills me.
The new lyrics, please.
The line was replaced with a new verse in John Legend's version. What will my friends think?
I think they should rejoice.
If I have one more drink.
It's your body and your choice.
It's your body and your choice,
Oh my
Legends
God.
adds.
Get out.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Deanna Martins was saying in one of the articles or interviews that nobody takes into consideration that this song was made in the 1950s when it was before the sexual revolution. So women didn't feel empowered to just have one night stands or spend the night with a guy without getting shamed by the culture. And so he's kind of giving her just excuses and permission to feel not bad about it.
Right. And I love this song.
I
It's one
love
of my
it. It's a
favorite
great
songs.
song.
And then people recently started being like, it's kind of rapey, where they're like, say, what's in this drink? And it's just like, they're not talking about slipping a roofie in the drink. They're talking about how strong it is.
Or maybe she likes it and she wants to recreate it when she goes home.
Yes. There you go.
That would be Sam. She'd be like,
Hey,
can I
what's
get
in this drink? What's in this?
I really like this recipe?
Mighty tasty.
Vermouth.
Is this a hottie toddy? And I think part of me is just biased because I can't stand John Legend. And
Neither
it's,
can I.
again, I'm sure if I met them in person, it's the two-dimensional people we all become online. But his persona and his wife's persona, Chrissy Teigen, I hate her so much.
I hate Chrissy Teigen so much. I hate her.
They're just so over the top with the woke signaling.
Virtual signaling constantly. It's unbearable.
It's insufferable. I believe they probably want to do good and all this stuff, but it just is such a stupid way to do good. And the my body, my choice.
The line itself is just horrible. If you're gonna come up with a line, come up with something better than that.
Feral Phetasy is coming out.
It's time to take down the Mona Lisa. Leonardo's painting is a security hazard, an educational obstacle, and not even a satisfying bucket list item. It's time the Louvre moved it out of the way.
This article is insane.
Ridiculous.
This is an elitist New York Times writer who had to wait in a line. This is a guy who's pissed off that he didn't get special treatment at the Louvre. The Louvre.
Louvre.
The Louvre.
One of the quotes is, "Yet the Louvre is being held hostage by the Kim Kardashian of 16th century
Wow.
Italian portraiture."
Wow.
Wow. Right?
That's some balls.
right?
He sounds like just a failed artist who's mad he's a critic.
Then there's another quote. This is the gallery that makes the Spirit Airlines boarding process look like a model of efficiency and offers about as much visual delight.
Wow. Wow. We found the next Hitler, everyone. And he is a New York Times art critic. How dare he compare the Louvre to Spirit Airlines and Mona Lisa to Kim Kardashian?
Seriously. What a
I'm
douche.
offended. He should be canceled. Let's start a mob. He should be ashamed.
The patriarchy is so crafty. Ugh. Okay.
I don't even know.
This one is disgusting.
If any of you watching what we're about to read think it's okay, please unsubscribe, unfollow, and get the out of here. We don't want your viewership
Oh, your likes.
or your likes or touching my bells and buttons, you perverts.
Rapper T.I. said he goes to the gynecologist with his daughter every year to check her hymen.
Ew, this is like some freaking Sharia law.
This is bullshit.
We should cancel him too. Let's start a mob.
T.I. should certainly be
Feral
canceled. for this.
Phetasy is definitely all about starting mobs.
She is.
I'm like, I don't like cancel culture or all of these mobs, but there are two people I'd like to mob this week.
And then he had his
Disgusting.
daughter. He had the doc give the daughter a waiver to sign off, and he looked at his daughter and he's like, "You don't have anything to hide from me, do you?"
How is this 2019 and this is happening? And you can still have your hymen intact even if you have sex.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not
It's
a
not
guarantee
proof of
that you're a
anything.
virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that like weird clinging of the father to the virginity. Are you going to sell her to...
I know. And what are the consequences if she does?
Yeah, are you going to honor
If
kill
she
her
does have
if she
sex.
doesn't? Are you going to sell her to like a terrorist as a child bride? What is happening? This is just him being like a possessive, creepy dad.
Creepy.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like that reeks of all sorts of
Incest,
inappropriate sexual behavior.
Yeah. Doesn't he sing that song? You can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. Except my daughter's hymen. Nah, 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 nah.
Boycott of Boycotts. Theaters will ban the phrase "ladies and gentlemen" under new guidelines from Actors Union Equity. Many theaters pledge to create environment welcoming trans people.
Okay. I'm fine with the environment welcoming people.
Right.
I'm not anti that. But
Right.
why are we banning ladies? So we're going to exclude ladies and gentlemen? That seems weird. This is the weird thing about this whole mentality of in order to be inclusive, we're going to exclude large groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird. It
Yeah.
also proves to me, because this is the theater community, and so of course there's be inclusive. Great. They're the most progressive people on planet Earth. Whatever. It just proves to me that the theater community can get gayer than you even thought it was before. Because this is it's just weird to me that you have to ban things in order to be inclusive.
Yeah.
That whole concept seems it's like intellectually dishonest and it's not logical. It's like the thinking is so weird.
Yeah.
We're going to ban large groups of people to make space for the smallest groups of people, and that's somehow equity. And that word too, equity, is like all of the worst evils in the history of mankind have been done under the name of the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every time I hear about these kinds of things happening, I'm like, it's chilling. It wouldn't be chilling if the UK wasn't already on like a one-way fast track path to some kind of Orwellian, authoritarian, thought policing, language policing, tone policing
regime.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
they don't have free speech, so we at least can fight. They can't there.
Right.
They're just
It's
like
not
banning.
guaranteed. Yep. And then also
Really,
in Boycott of Boycotts,
How many boycotts are there this week? Sake.
asthma inhalers are
Oh.
choking the planet.
Asthma inhalers. So the asthma inhalers are bad for the environment, and someone
Apparently.
actually wrote an article about this.
There's
How many asthmatics are there that there's like methane? What's spilling into the environment?
Methane.
Methane?
Mm-hmm.
apparently
The same thing that cows fart is
Yep.
in inhalers.
It's what comes out of the inhaler.
You know, we can solve this problem. Asthmatics just need to inhale cow farts. I'm a genius and so brave.
Come on, gotta hurry up. There's a couple different ways to collect cow farts. The traditional method is to use a jar and catch it.
Oh yeah, just not good.
Apparently the asthma carbon footprint is as big as eating meat.
No way.
Yeah.
Where's the study on this?
I don't know, but this is the BBC.
This is a
news.
conspiracy theory by environmentalists to weed out the weakest members of society in order to cull the herd. They're going after the fats, the olds, the poors, and the asthmatics.
And that's just a start.
And that's just this past couple of 4 weeks.
Soon the babies will be ruling the world.
This is like the PC babies in South Park. But yeah, they're going after all the weakest members.
Yep.
The robot cheetahs are going to come after
The OK
asthmatics.
Boomer movement. Don't be fooled, guys.
The robot cheetahs will be loose to hunt down the asthmatics. It won't be a very hard fight.
And the fats and the olds. Who will be next, do you think? Who will be they be taking out next week for their...
The wheelies.
The wheelies?
The ones in the wheelchairs.
Oh. I wonder what the carbon footprint of all of those vehicles...
Electric wheelchairs are.
Yeah. They're next. The asthmatics need to fight back.
It's really hard to fight
So
back
if you eat
when
meat
can't
and you're an
breathe.
asthmatic,
then you're just
You've
a
got
piece
double
of waste of space,
just kill yourself.
ruining the planet.
We are just a couple of months away from the headline. If you care about the environment, kill yourself. I don't advocate for this. By the way, I know I need to say that as a disclaimer.
Dumpster diving. Keanu Reeves has an age-appropriate girlfriend, and everyone's losing their mind about it.
I don't know about you guys, and I'm sure she's a very lovely lady, but I'm not going to be jerking off to Keanu Reeves' girlfriend anytime soon. What do you guys think about his age-appropriate girlfriend?
I'm too young.
People, it seems counterintuitive to me that everyone's making such a big deal about her f***ing age when so many
It's
women
ageist.
are always like, yeah, it's ageism. When all women are always like, don't judge me by my age and stop asking what my age is. And now they're making a huge deal about
I know.
Keanu's age-appropriate
It's ageist
girlfriend.
for them to even call her an age-appropriate girlfriend.
Right, that was the entire focus.
Just
of
call her his girlfriend.
all the
Don't
applause.
focus on her age.
Yeah.
I find that this is the funny thing about people who are trying to be super woke is that in the attempt to be politically correct or woke, you end up being exactly that which you're raging against.
Right.
So you're trying not to be ageist and you're like, look, she's age appropriate. And then that's ageism.
You wind up reinforcing a stereotype.
Yeah. And you're only focusing on her age. Who cares? She looks like she's a very interesting lady. Not necessarily my choice for Keanu Reeves' girlfriend. because I'm his first choice. I'm just jealous.
All right. And then also in dumpster diving, we've got plane crashes after unloading 350 gallons of pink water in gender reveal stunt.
You know what? It should crash.
This is getting insane. Some woman died last week in a gender reveal. No, a guest at a gender reveal party died in the explosion of like some sort of pink cake or something.
She died doing what she loved, going to her lame friend's gender reveal party that no one wants to go to. What the f***? I don't understand either in this world where we're like, gender is a social construct, and yet we have these accelerated versions of gender reveal parties.
I know.
It doesn't make sense to me.
The gender reveal party is a new phenomenon. It's
so
come
dumb.
on in
It's
the
Instagram.
last
It's
decade.
Instagram ruining the world. I say this all the time. I say this all the time.
Right.
I'm an
People
old.
are the explosion
Okay,
of gender
boomer.
reveal parties.
Fair enough.
Nice.
But Instagram is ruining the world. These kids and their gender reveal parties.
And then moving on to a woman named Corella went on an ayahuasca trip and met Trump's true loving grandfatherly essence.
Do you think that she just did this for attention?
Well,
Or do you think she had an ayahuasca trip where she believes she met Trump's loving grandfatherly essence?
I believe that she believes this. I believe that she is fully
it's like
on
the
board
people who
with
see
this.
the Virgin Mary and the toast.
Yeah. This was a life-changing experience for her.
Was it Chelsea Handler? What if Chelsea Handler met Trump, her mortal enemy's essence, and then was like reformed on her ayahuasca trip? Is this woman liberal or MAGA?
Yeah, she was liberal because she was apologizing. I hope this post is not offensive to anyone. I know that there is so much controversy at present, but I would really like to know if anyone out there has had a similar experience.
Yes. A lot of us have met Trump's grandfatherly essence on our ayahuasca trips.
His essence was also very bright, glowing orange.
I just feel like everyone's losing their goddamn minds
Yeah.
on ayahuasca.
Yeah.
This week's BDE award goes to Donnie Jr. Maggie's just like, I do believe that someone pointed out to me it could be me mistaking BDE for shamelessness.
They can be
Fine line.
They can be
It
hard
is a
to
fine line.
distinguish from each other. Yes.
It is a fine line. But so Donald Trump Jr. went on The View. It was shenanigans. He went on to promote his new book, Triggered, and everyone got triggered. I was joking that Donald Trump is like out here pioneering the experiential book tour. Instead of them asking one single question about his book, they just all freaked out and demonstrated liberals being triggered.
Let me show you the other side. Under US okay, stop. Everybody stop.
They went into enemy territory.
Yeah.
I give him credit for that. And he sat there and took a lot of it, and he had an enemy audience and enemies on stage. He was getting flack from all sides, and he tried to hold his own, and Kimberly backed him up. There was one point where he did get an applause, and then who was it that got?
It was Joy.
Joy was like, "This isn't a MAGA rally."
It's out there. I read it in an article. I've been reading it for a week. I saw it on the Drudge Report. Like, this is not some secret, but to then say, because it's Donald Trump Jr., because he's an outspoken
Listen, this is
guy,
not a MAGA
to then
rally,
create
okay?
why would
The guy gets one applause for a statement that he makes, and they flipped out on the audience. He told Joy she wore blackface. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Whoopi Goldberg was like, I'm black. I know what blackface is.
It was bananas.
Joy, you've worn blackface.
Listen, being black, I recognize blackface.
Capitalism always wins. Donald Trump Jr. and Triggered.
Yeah, this is hilarious, and here's why. Let me read you the foreword to Donnie Jr.'s book. This is probably the only part he actually wrote, too, because I'm sure he didn't write this book. I dedicate this book to the deplorables. While the elite of the other party look down on you and would rather you stay silent, I salute your work ethic, patriotism, and values. America wouldn't be great without your blood, sweat, and tears. I will always stand with you. I am proudly one of you. What? What do you mean I'm proudly one of you? That's freaking insane. He's fucking trust fund baby.
Uh-huh.
How do this is the greatest trick that the Trumps ever played, is convincing the working class that they are one of us, one of us. One of us. One of us. I mean, how do people buy this?
I don't know.
I think, so here's my theory. Politics are downstream of culture, as Breitbart said. And because Trump and Donald Trump and all of them fight the culture war for the people, the working class, and fight the PC culture, and they push back and say you're abandoning the person in the middle, you're abandoning the working class, they feel like, oh, they are one of us because they're fighting for us in the culture while their soybeans rot in their farms. You know, they turn on the news and see the culture and they're like, this guy fights for us.
This is an epic living in a South Park. Alex Jones invades Hillary Clinton rally in armored vehicle, shouts Epstein didn't kill himself.
This is literally a South Park. I would love to see this South Park. It reads like a log line from a South Park.
Hillary Clinton is involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Hillary Clinton flew on Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile aircraft.
How? Do you think that, like, CERN, remember CERN? When they were doing all those experiments.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Sweden,
yeah.
And they had all the, like, wormhole. Do you think that they opened a wormhole and that's what happened?
In an absurdist version of reality.
We sliding doored into a South Park episode that we're all living in now. I've really been thinking about that a lot. I remember how obsessed I was with CERN, and I was like, they're going to open some portal.
And they did.
And they did, yeah. And now Alex Jones, someone sold him an armored tank because why not? No one cares, guys, about either one of you, and they're just determined to stay relevant. These are two people who should just go sit somewhere and read and think about what they've done.
Well, yeah, the irony is
time out.
This was the best thing that could have happened to Hillary Clinton too. Is it got
Epstein
got into the headlines.
Yeah, but Epstein dying is probably the better thing that happened. Sam did a whole breakdown for this week's dumpster fire. She deep dove.
I'm gonna cry.
She had links. It was like a big,
the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but it was like a board with strings, but just the digital version.
I had a digital board with strings.
Yeah, and
for everything
disappeared.
I just want to say, I never killed myself if anything happens.
Yeah, me too. I never killed myself either.
Maggie.
I can't say that with any certainty. I just felt like you were looking at me like, Maggie, are you going to kill us?
We were.
Yeah, we were.
One of you is working for Hillary, and we know it's not me.
I did all the work and putting everything together.
That's exactly what somebody like working for Hillary would want us to think. Maybe Sam killed Epstein.
You're living with like a secret ninja assassin. Who pretends to be a member of the greatest generation.
An 80-year-old boomer in a millennial's body.
It suddenly all makes sense, actually.
Your dad jokes just disarming everyone.
Yeah, she's just so lovable
That's how
and cute.
I win you all over.
And just, so seemingly harmless.
Nobody should underestimate Sam.
Nobody should.
Okay, and then in Breaking Bridget, some men have periods too. If I can get it, so can you.
This little kid. This poor child. He's going to be a serial killer when he grows up.
He probably thought the sign said, like, I'm going to Disneyland.
He has no idea what the sign says. He's like 4 years old. Stop using your kids as woke signals. And this kid is going to grow up and be like, what the fuck, Mom? Why?
These poor children.
They're going to be so messed up.
I know.
I don't know. I find the whole using children like that repugnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. The message, whatever, like, please just stop using your kids. They're just kids. Let them be kids. No one's teaching a 4-year-old about their period. Ugh. This broke. All right, we made it.
In Phetasy news.
We made it.
We're not done yet. Phetasy.
We had Ryan Stout on Walk-Ins Welcome. Ryan is a hilarious comedian. He's, I think, one of the best. He should be famous. He's so funny. His humor's super dark, so if you like dark humor And he says it with such a charming, articulate smile. Just a brilliant guy. And he works really hard at his craft. I really respect his grind. So check Ryan Stout out. Get his albums. Check out Walk-Ins Welcome. Check out Phetasy.com. You're not woke. You're annoying. You can wear this at your next gender reveal party. Touch my bells and buttons.
We've also got a couple of new shirts
coming. We have beanies. It's cold in parts of America, not this one. And we have hoodies. I wear mine every day because I'm a girl, so I'm always cold. We've got shirts, long sleeve,
Awesome.
Phetasy
shirts.
Phetasy crew shirts, so you can be a part of the crew.
Even a zip up lightweight
zip-up.
jacket.
And mugs.
Well, this one is magically disappeared.
Yeah,
but
we've
some
got
that don't disappear.
Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you. You guys are telling your friends because every single week Dumpster Fire gets more dumpster fiery and bigger, and we're just got a lot planned for the upcoming year in 2020. We want you guys all to be a part of it because we love our audience and we feel like you get us and we need you. We need you. So touch my bells and buttons. Don't forget to do that. Leave some comments. Thank you, Warren Dent at Zen Pro Audio for this beautiful mic. And thank you, Better Phetasy, for your research. Follow Better Phetasy, my parody account. This has been your Dumpster Fire for November 3rd to November 9th. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich, you filthy animals.